Hey everybody, John Steyer Flooring, the Floorinator, and I've got a tile repair today. Not your normal tile repair. Let me show you what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm on a project that I installed, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. And what's going on is right here. Can you hear this? There is just the ever slightest amount of movement going on in this tile right here. And they hear it more when it's cold. They hear a little popping noise underneath there, but I can feel that edge of the tile. There's movement. Now, wouldn't you know, we have no tile. Can't get any tile. So my plan is I'm going to use my Dremel. I've got a couple blades here, a couple little bits, and I'm going to remove grout around here. And then what we're going to do is tape off, and I'm going to use an epoxy. I'm going to add some heat to it as well to try to get it to flow and kind of fill what's going on in there. Fingers crossed that's going to take care of the movement on what's going on. So take you through this little process and show you a little bit how I'm going to do it. This little blade right here I found works the absolute best for removing these high performance grouts. Working with the piece of tile that you're trying to save, it's just so important to take your time, be very patient, and do what you can to not nick the corner or chip the corner of the tile. All right, so I've got everything cut out. I'm going to apologize for the LED light here. It just got a little flicker for whatever reason, but I'm going to show you my grout line in there. You can see it's all cleaned out. Like heck, you can see the Schluter down in there. But I went ahead and cleaned that out as much as I have. I mean, heck, there's the leveling clip. As much as I could, because when I dumped that epoxy in there, I want it to flow in there. I want it to get underneath everything to lock this in.
One thing I need to add is before you start dumping epoxy on tile, you make sure you tape off your grout lines really well. Once this stuff gets on the tile and sets up, it's almost impossible to get off. No special epoxy here, just picked this up at Menards the other day when I was there. The heat will thin out that epoxy and it will run a lot easier, but it will also start the cure process a lot quicker, and it can weaken your epoxy. So it's one of them finicky things you just got to be kind of careful with. All right, so the epoxy's in. I'm going to hopefully get the light right. But if you can see down below, you see that layer of epoxy. There's some of those areas I was just cleaning up and stuff just fell in there, so I left it alone. It's epoxy. But you can see all down in there, I filled that whole bottom where the thin set used to be. I filled that with epoxy. All right, so now we're ready to grout. You would not have to tape this off. I just chose to. I've got my grout mixed. I forgot my grout float. I got everything else but that. I'm pretty happy that's all I forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and get this grouted. Clickety clack kaboom, just like that. Done. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. You know, it's not ideal. Ideally, what you want to do is take that tile out and get whatever's, causing that not to stick out of there. But man, if you're ever using epoxy, that stuff sticks to anything. And I don't think we're going to have any problems with that.